Hello, planet Earth. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're at IDK. My BFF Jill 730.
My BFF
Jill
730.
I'm Preston L. Young, wishing you warm salutations and congratulations as always. You've made your way to the Buffington Post. Sorry if there's a bit of wind in the microphone today, but we are of course back at the beautiful Oakwood Cemetery, home or resting spot of Hank Williams and his late wife Audrey. So hey, I'm Montgomery, and today I'll be continuing my coverage of Season 9 of the Buffyverse with Angel and Faith, Season 9, Issue number 16. So this is Death and Consequences, Part 1, Issue number 16, and it is damn near perfect. But before we get into it, previously on Angel and Faith.
So the season is, of course, hinged upon this whole act of trying to resurrect Giles. The way that Angel is doing this is he has this, nipple piercing, which is this, magical item called the Tooth of Amut. And since magical items still retain their properties, this Tooth of Amut thing is still able to act as a kind of magnet for soul energy. And Angel has been kind of systematically going about in search of these parts of Giles' soul within either magical items or, in the case of the Lorphage demon, magical beings that retain some of Giles' soul energy within them in hopes that he can kind of reunite the soul within Giles and resurrect him. So all of this has been going on, and Willow gave Angel the piece of Giles' soul that was left in the site. So now he told Faith that they only have one place left to go for the rest of Giles' soul. And Faith has her own misgivings about this whole let's resurrect Giles thing because Giles left everything he had, monetarily, to Faith. And so she's living in his house, she's dealing with his crazy immortal great aunts, and she's kind of babysitting Angel, and at the same time, not sure whether or not resurrecting Giles is the right thing. And she and Willow have talked about the fact that maybe this is more for Angel than it really is for Giles. So Faith is not feeling 100% about Angel on that front, but also she's dealing with this Nadira character who is a vampire slayer whose entire squad was wiped out by Angel when he was Twilight, and with the help of Pearl and Nash, these crazy demon twins. And Faith has been keeping it from Nadira this whole time that she's actually housing Angel while Nadira's swearing vengeance upon him, okay? Well, after the events of Daddy Issues, Drusilla got away and she was attacked by some slayers, but she killed one of them, and now Nadira knows that Angel and Faith have been playing together this whole time.
That's what you need to know, and without further ado, let's jump into Angel and Faith, Season 9, Issue number 16. It's Death and Consequences, Part 1. Here we go.
What's on your mind? But if you're inclined not to say it, well, don't you worry, 'cause I'll say it. I'll say it for you. I know what's in your head, but if you turn red when you say it, well, don't you worry, 'cause I'll say it. I'll say it for you. You don't have to speak a word, 'cause I know that we both feel it. And I don't care if it sounds absurd. I know the truth and I've got to reveal it. I know what's in the air, but if you don't dare ever say it, well, don't you worry, 'cause I'll say it. I'll say it for you.
Alright, so the issue opens up, and Angel and Faith are in this crazy cave with these crazy demons, and she's got this, flamethrower, and he's taking out demons with the sword because they are trying to get this magical item to do something with the resurrecting Giles, right? So Angel's trying to, get the thing from this crazy lizard demon while Faith does the whole flamethrower thing. While she's burning up the lizard demon, he grabs the MacGuffin, right? So he got the thing, but Faith is totally out of firepower, and they've got what they came for, but they're kind of screwed now. But it turns out that Angel brought a grenade, kills the demon, and he and Faith have this funny exchange about the term fire in the hole. Alright, so this magical MacGuffin basically restores a dead body back to what it should be. It doesn't actually bring it back to life, but it restores the body, and if you kind of remove this magical MacGuffin, the body will just decay because there's no, soul in it to keep it alive. And so, yay, all they have to do now is go and dig up Giles' body, but Faith is not too happy with that whole idea. And we flash back to Season 8 when Giles had kind of up and decided to go with Faith on her whole kind of social work slaying situation, okay? And he was telling her that the reason he wanted to go with her is that basically he didn't want her to get caught up with some other evil slayer's crap and let her drag Faith down with her. He wouldn't be able to live with himself if that were the case. And here Faith is, she's letting Angel drag her into this crazy bullshit that's his own problem, and she's thinking about Giles and what really is it going to mean for all of this bringing Giles back, and how right is it? But still, she has been dragged into this, so she and Angel go to dig up the body. And the coffin is empty. There's no Giles in the coffin, so what the fuck? They check security cameras and guest logs, and there's no reason to believe that Giles was even buried there in the first place. They put the coffin in the ground empty, and so they go to Sophronia and Lavinia, and they say, hey, do you know anybody who might have been responsible for this? And Sophronia and Lavinia, they're really offended. They're like, really? You think that we would associate with gravediggers? Actually, we know a lot of people, and so they're about to go making a list. So, what the fuck? Like, Giles' body is not in the coffin, and that should be our pressing issue, but instead, we get Nadira knocking on the door saying, hey, Faith, don't even try to pretend like Angel's not in there. We know. So they go to the door and confront Nadira, but Nadira, obviously, she's not totally happy to see Angel and Faith, and it's not got anything to do with all of the Slayers that Angel killed. The reason that she's there is because Marianne was killed. So Marianne was this sweet, soft soul of a Slayer, and she wanted to, take bugs outside rather than killing them. She was so sweet, and Drusilla killed her when she escaped, when Angel let her escape. Angel says, it's not like I let her escape. There were all of her followers coming at us. And Nadira basically says what we've all been thinking this whole time about Drusilla, which is, you can stop these world-ending events, and you can stop all this crazy cray, but you can't take care of one vampire? Well, maybe it has to do with the fact that you sired her. And sure, maybe it's not your fault that she got away, but isn't it your fault that she exists in the first place, asshole? But Homegirl's not here for revenge. She wants Angel and Faith to bring Marianne back to life because since they found out that Angel and Faith have been all playing together, they started asking about them, and they found out that they've been all entrenched in this whole trying to bring Giles back to life thing, and basically, Nadira says, you're going to do this for her. Angel says, girl, you don't understand. We're able to bring Giles back because his soul is all, magical all over the place. If your friend wasn't playing with magic all the time, then we can't do this for her. But Nadira cuts through that shit. She says, I don't want to hear it. This isn't even about doing this for Giles. It's about you trying to make yourself feel better about all of the awful decisions that you've made. So don't say that you can't do this for Marianne. You're only doing it for yourself in the first place. And she could do it. She could really do it. But Daphne gets a call from some other person, and so all the Slayers decide to leave and do something else. And basically Nadira says, Faith, you know what? You lied to me this whole time. I thought I could trust you. Obviously, I can't. You chose Angel. Now you get to stick with Angel. He's yours. That's your new life. So Faith feels bad about this, and Angel tries to make her feel better about this, but of course, he can't, so she says, just don't even try. So Nadira and the Slayers have all gone off to this, swanky estate somewhere else. They go in, and they're talking to this person in this chair that we don't see, but basically, this person supposedly knows a thing or two about resurrections. And god damn it if it isn't Giles. And that's where we end our issue. Alright, so why would I go on about calling this a perfect issue? Because it's perfect. Because everything is really paying off. We've got Nadira, and we've had a lot of development for Nadira all season. They've been putting her in since the first arc, and getting to see the way that Faith really does lie to Nadira. And the interesting thing about this is that Nadira and Faith are supposed to kind of be on the same level. Faith is there to guide and kind of nurture her. That's what she said she was going to do in season 8. And so for her to be actively lying to Nadira and not being honest with her and trying to get Nadira to see her side, or Angel's side more specifically, it's very reminiscent of Sanctuary, the Angel episode wherein Angel and Buffy in the police station, basically they have this fight about Faith, and Buffy never comes back to Angel's show. She basically says, if you're choosing her, then you don't get to have me. And here we have Nadira doing the same thing for Faith. She says, if you've chosen Angel, you've got Angel. He's all yours, and you won't have any of me. You can just live over here in the dark with your lies and in your bullshit with Angel. And for Faith, this is a really big deal because we do have this moment where Giles is warning her about letting these people with their own bad intentions kind of bring her down and drag her into their stuff. And that's exactly what's happening with Faith and Angel, because basically Faith cares too much about Angel to let him go through this alone. But at the same time, she cares so much about Giles and cares about his fate. Like, we still don't know what this could really make of Giles in this world without magic. Sure, Angel's got this plan or whatever, but at the end of the day, Faith has no reason to believe in it. And so, since Faith has sort of chosen a side, she really hasn't. She's not fully on the bringing back Giles train, and she's not fully on the let's be honest with the Slayers about what's going on and what's out there for them. She's stuck in the middle, and she's choosing to put herself there, and Faith isn't going to really come out of this and start to really figure out her shit until season 10. But the important thing that we've got going on in season 9 is that we get this conflicted Faith who doesn't really want to choose a side, and for all intents and purposes really can't. Faith is a character who's not allowed to win, and so that's the really interesting thing about where we find her and what we deal with in regard to the Faith character throughout season 9 going forward. And Angel is just digging his hole. He is just digging this hole, and at the end of this hole we find out there's no Giles body, right? But he's put himself in this position where people don't like him. Hello, look at Nadira, she's ready to kill this motherfucker. People don't like him, and for very good reason. Like, you could always kind of say what you wanted to about Angel and his decisions as Angelus, but when it comes down to it, his decisions as Twilight, he was sort of being controlled by this force, but at the same time, he made a conscious decision to work with it. And so, that's all his fault. Like, don't get me wrong, we're not going to paint Angel as this, like, knight in shining armor because he made these decisions without talking to anybody else about them. All this good stuff with Whistler and Twilight telling him to keep it a secret from Buffy and all this bullshit, he should have known it was bullshit. Like, secrets don't make friends. And his only friend right now is Faith, and he is kind of forcing her to lie and to go into something that he knows is kind of wrong. But keep in mind that the rest of Giles' soul is all in this one place, and we'll find out that the reasons for Angel trying to resurrect Giles aren't necessarily completely selfish. And about bringing Giles back to life, looks like he already is, am I wrong? No. Giles' body is clearly not Giles. Punchline is, it's going to be hard to get Giles' soul parts into this Giles body when something else is clearly walking around in it, and we'll talk about that in number 17. Yeah, I really just love everything that's going on in this issue. It is really, I can't stress it enough. It's a near perfect issue. All of our characters are in the mix. We've got Sophronia and Lavinia. They have this funny thing about how, of course, they associate with gravediggers. We've got, you know, the grave robbers. Angel and Faith are grave robbers, and that's what it comes down to. And I love that Faith is completely conflicted about it. Angel is totally gung-ho about it. And here comes Nadira to tell everybody exactly what's on our minds. Just a good issue, you guys, and I've got nothing else for you today. Hope you're having a great 2016 so far, everybody. You can come right back here to the Buffington Post anytime for Buffy the Vampire Slayer reviews, Angel and Faith reviews, Buffyverse discussions on the other Slayers, more stuff. Check out seasons 8 and 9. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, question. And have yourselves a great day today. We'll see you next time. Bye.